I was one of those weirdos that looked up song lyrics as a kid/teen. That's not even weird. Isn't that pretty common? Also read dictionaries, thesaurus, and medical scientific journals for fun. There's the intellectual part. Not at all sorry for it. I absolutely love that people are just now catching on to what these songs were really about. Your brains are simply too smooth to understand the real meaning of music. Hello Redditors of the Internet, Nobles Xenon here to welcome to r/IAmVerySmart part 30. Let's get started. So, you were quite frankly stupid. After pummeling my brain into oblivion with drugs, I still managed scores in the 160s. And even if you think those tests are inflated, I'm still clearly several orders of magnitude smarter than you. Clearly doesn't know what an order of magnitude is. You derive your worth from being an idiotic gadfly and parasite. You could never make it in academia, which is why you were going to community college. There's nothing wrong with going to community college, and you can transfer to a 4-year school. So, I took classes you could never understand when I was many years younger than you. It's always bragging about what they did as a kid, but what are you doing now? This next individual is smarter than everyone at Valve, not smart enough to just troubleshoot though. Steam keeps asking me to restart to apply update. I got on my computer today and it said I had an update and to restart, so I did, and it restarted. The pop-up keeps coming back. I've done it 11 times now. I assume this is just a very complicated update, but how many times will it be asking me to restart? Honestly, that's a common issue with Steam. For some reason, the update window keeps popping up over and over again, even after it updates. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, try the basic stuff here. Sends them to a Steam page where they can troubleshoot the issue. But of course the intellectual just had to reply, "This mentions nothing about my specific issue, nor am I reinstalling Steam. My computer is perfectly clean, and if there's an issue, it's with Steam, as it has always been for years and years whenever I had an issue. I'm not computer illiterate. I am far more computer literate than you or pretty much anyone working at Valve, so I repose my question and await a helpful response. I'm just far too smart to troubleshoot, so it must be Valve's fault. For this next one, there's a button in front of you. Every time you push it, you make $10 million, but lose 10 IQ points. How many times would you push the button? You know, a question like this is gonna bring the intellectuals, the pseudo-intellectuals actually. I'm pretty sure that if my IQ goes down from 160 to 150, I can still reason better than most people. 10 million would be enough for my lifetime. By the way, I'm an actual psychologist and know A, how the IQ test is constructed, and B, what it measures. It doesn't measure intelligence or reasoning, it measures success at school, and school-level success is primarily a function of memory and the ability to parrot the textbook answer. IQ scores about 100 are largely meaningless, having very little statistical proof to validate those scores and being mostly a theoretical extension of the 100-plus scale based on some very shaky logic. The 160 IQ you're so proud of? All it demonstrates is that you've put a great deal of trust in an instrument you don't really understand and haven't even read the manual for. Now I'm just realizing, this looks like Quora, doesn't it? Oh, you know it's gonna be full of people bragging about their IQ. And now for this next one, you have uttered thine statement. You have articulated a statement expressing a particular idea or opinion. The accuracy or validity of the statement is subject to the interpretation of individuals, who determine what is considered right or wrong based on their personal values and beliefs. Ultimately, the determination of the correctness of your statement is contingent upon the perspectives and judgments of those who assess it. And Mormon says that's a whole lot of words to say that's your opinion. Was this dude trying to explain the whole thought process that goes behind forming an opinion? Unless it's a really specific subreddit, that's usually not needed in a Reddit comment. And now sure buddy, sure you are, or alternatively, it has a 99% recovery rate. What about those who didn't recover and die? A comment above states that 1% of 332 million is 3.32 million. That's potentially 3.32 million grieving families, mourning those that died. By your idiocy, you could potentially make a few more families have to bear that pain. And the intellectual replies, "I'm pretty good at math and logic. Got a degree from a prestigious university even. Pretty good at words too. Published writer and all that." I can't follow what point you're trying to make. Objectively, I have to conclude that's because you just didn't communicate clearly enough what you're trying to say. I mean, how much clearer can they be? 1% of a large number of people is still a large number of people. And now it's tough keeping a job when you're as unbelievably smart as I am. Wow, too smart to work, that's a new one. Should I disclose my IQ to my manager? I mean, who actually discloses their IQ unprompted, unless they're bragging about it? I'm afraid I'll trigger some insecurity in him and he'll start looking for reasons to get rid of me. Whenever he assigns me a task, he acts proud of himself for thinking he's keeping me busy for the next few weeks. He actually looks disappointed when I'm done with the assignment by the following morning, which is some very strange behavior because wow, I'd assume most would be thrilled to have a worker that efficient. He can't keep me busy and I seem to be frustrating him because of it. My IQ test came back with a score of 146, higher than 99.9% of the population. I can be really dumb in many areas, but computer programming is what my brain is wired for, so it does it really fast. I don't even have to be at a computer for my brain to keep programming out a solution, so when I return to my desk, I merely type out what my brain has already solved. Yes, that's called thinking. I'm pretty sure all programmers do it when they're trying to figure out a solution. What, are they gonna type it out before thinking about it? Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? Oh, we go to Twitter for this next one. Oh, Twitter. If we aren't on the same wavelength in terms of ambitions, goals, and aspirations, no matter who you are, sooner than later, I will get rid of you. That sounds oddly threatening. I cannot fail simply because my dreams are too big for your brain. I will find people with whom I share common interests and move, happy face. I kinda see where you're going with this. It's good to have friends with common goals and interests. I'm just quite concerned with the get rid of you part. People aren't gonna be too thrilled when they see that you're willing to drop them just like that. And now for this next one, I'm smart. Why aren't all m'ladies flocking to me? Girls have matched, please fill me in. It boggles my mind how infrequently anyone responds to messages. Like, what makes it so hard to say something back on the internet? Seriously, at least shoot me down. I have an I over 200. So high of an IQ, in fact, that you don't even need the quotient, simply intelligence. Actually tested on the official Mensa site. Crazy, right? I'm wealthy, tall, broad-shouldered, and built. I've messaged like 30 girls and only one replied once. But I'm such a giga-chad and an intellectual, the best of both worlds, so why isn't anyone replying to me? I want m'lady. Oh, and more Twitter. Nothing to do with the fact I speak 6 languages, taught by world-class chefs, run marathons for charity barefoot on a treadmill, expert in martial arts, published author for my novels, has viral videos on Facebook, and do lots of volunteering. Jot that one down for starters. Thumbs up. Honestly, people who brag about all their achievements, no matter how small they may be, are just annoying. They're just shoving their life's resume in your face like, look at what I did. And now we have an Einstein-level giga-chad hyper-genius, whoa, another one, was lecturing people, this time in the YouTube comments. His profile? I'm smarter than you. IQ 160 plus. I'm better educated than you. BS in chemistry. ACS certified, of course. MS in physics. MBA. I got this one when I thought I might go into administration. I've read more than you, watched more news than you, and had more life experience than you. And best of all, I have a bigger ego than you. I wrote all this so you will understand that I do not tolerate ignorant fools with foul mouths, nor do I respond to inane, sarcastic, or insulting comments. Good luck with that on YouTube. So if you're one of those people, save it for someone else, because you are nothing more than an annoying gnat to me. That's right, I am a conservative elitist, truly, in the upper echelons of society. If, on the other hand, you can argue your point logically with facts to support your argument, I'm ready to listen. Who knows, you may change my mind. I don't know about you, but people who are truly elite don't spend their time arguing with people in YouTube comment sections. And here we find the YouTube comment troll. And now this next one's waiting for an update when they get a 30% on their first midterm. How do I balance an obsession with academia and having normal friends? I find it very hard to be attracted to, become friends with, or sometimes just hold conversations with people who aren't extremely intelligent. I guess in some sense you can use the term sapiosexual, and it's ruining my life. I get called pretentious a lot, but really I just refuse to dumb myself down for people, and I'm proud of my intelligence. I'm a first-gen uni student. I want to change before coming to uni since it makes me feel elitist or rude at times, and I feel like I'm cutting out a huge population of great people I can learn from just because they don't seem intelligent enough when I first meet them. Advice? Well, unlike some of the other intellectuals we've seen, at least this one is willing to make a change. Hopefully they do change, because otherwise, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening when they get into college. And now, so is her IQ 150 or not? If you had an IQ over 150, would you tell anyone? No? How do people with IQs of 140 to 200 think from a social, intellectual, and practical point of view? I tested at 150 in high school. My parents showed this score to me and I decided to graduate early. At 16, I went to my state university school of engineering. I hope that's because this person has changed their mind about sharing their IQ in the last 5 years. And now this is stupid. You're all stupid, and I'm clearly not stupid. It is incomprehensible to understand why anyone would be fascinated by a bear eating a pear. Is it not common knowledge that such a spectacle falls short of a high standard of entertainment? The fact that individuals are amused by such a mundane event is a clear indication of their lack of taste. Not only is it a boring sight, but it is also an unhygienic one. One has to question whether the bear washed the pear before consuming it. In conclusion, it is imperative that people stop the incessant obsession with trivial events such as a bear eating a pear, and direct their attention towards more meaningful endeavors, like making overly long Reddit comments. Are you practicing for an essay or something? Nope. I am just a well-informed individual with a genuine interest in expressing my thoughts humorously and creatively. It's great to be able to engage with people online and share our perspectives, so I don't need a reason to express myself. Do you have any thoughts on the topic or anything else you'd like to chat about? No, I think we'll leave our conversation right here, thank you very much. We go to Discord for this next one. You know, when preparing for D&D involves doing statistical algebra in 5 dimensions, you've probably gone too far. Don't ask. By 5 dimensions, do you mean just adding more variables? Or are they highly complex equations that we are simply too smooth-brained to know? And now, here we go again with Elon Musk. Between Tesla, Starlink, and Twitter, I may have more real-time global economic data in one head than anyone ever. That is honestly very concerning. Who knows what Elon's gonna do with all that? And now a man flaunts his unparalleled Harvard intelligence. He's a founder, a CEO, a football data analyst, went to Harvard of course, and is fluent in Latin. So where can I get an education like yours to know so much? I'm sure teams pay you large consultation fees for your service. Okay, this dude has got to be trolling 100%. No way they didn't see the massive Harvard plastered all over the place. I am having trouble sensing if you're being facetious. I will answer regardless, Brian. I attended Harvard. The only way to receive an education like mine is to attend Harvard. It is an unparalleled institution, and yes, NFL teams pay me handsomely for my expertise. I bet this dude didn't even go to Harvard. Oh, we have another Reddit comment. Here we go. After sharing my excitement with others in real life about it, I've come to the realization that if an individual is not enough intellectually, then they have no true questions and, for that matter, cannot use any AI in any situation. The more you realize that the majority of the population is eat, sleep, and poop, the more it becomes frustrating when technology like this gets gimped. 90% of the iPhone software design is to accommodate those people. Why is Siri or Google Assistant not better after all these years? Nobody is asking, quote me a passage from Plutarch's Life of Marius or solve this integral for me. Only students or people with higher IQs. Only those individuals are capable of asking such deep questions to AI. And now of course he tells you his IQ. So many of these so-called intellectuals do that. The MCU is the bottom of the barrel entertainment-wise. They don't even have a good score to go with any film, and all you get is Guardians of the Galaxy with his low-tier boomer rock. Anyone who watched these films and enjoy them have the same intellectual IQ, mine is 137, of the average American, so I'm not surprised they're so famous. Just had to throw that IQ in there. Does it help your argument? No. Does it help you show off your massive IQ, though? Absolutely. And now I really hope this one's satire. Who really knows with the mightiest minds on Reddit? You're absolutely right. I know nothing about athletes. How much do you know about Socrates, though? How much do you know about nuclear fusion? How about fission? How about World Wars I and II? What about chemistry? Do you have the periodic table memorized? Do you know who invented antibiotics? Did you know who first measured the diameter of the Earth? Do you know all the laws of thermodynamics? I mean, you want to make fun of me. You have posted like 84 comments in the last 24 hours. Yes, I counted. Absolutely pathetic. But yeah, you're the cool guy. Hilarious laughing emoji. Cause don't we all know smart biologists spend their time arguing with people on the internet? I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about me, but I ain't posting 84 times a day. Let's say every post takes you 1 minute to post. It probably doesn't really, but let's use that as a base. So you're spending 84 minutes, give or take 30 minutes a day on Reddit. That's 588 minutes a week, that's 9.8 hours. Think of all the great research you could have been doing. That could be 9.8 hours a week you could be spending with your family or whatever, working on anything, but here you are. This is what happens when a so-called intellectual tells another person to touch grass. But then the dude got to all kinds of calculations. In fairness, it was a comment on an Onion article, so it could entirely be satire, or that's what I'm choosing to believe. Please let this be satire. And now this next one, so smart. I read a couple pages of Newton's Principia Mathematica yesterday, then went on Twitter. I immediately saw how low IQ this place is. It's horrifying. I mean, I guess you're kind of right. Some individuals on Twitter have some of the worst takes ever known to humanity, but you're still tweeting on Twitter. And so am I, although very rarely, so what does that make me? And speaking of Twitter, Humble Sigma Chad wants to improve your Twitter experience. Having above average IQ makes this platform an insufferable experience. I understand that the new For You page is constantly pushing content meant to provoke you. Thanks, Elon Musk. But there's no way a handsome, sexy, intelligent man like myself should have to view the opinions of individuals with a toaster for a brain. So, I ask you, dear Elon Musk, integrate an IQ test onto the platform, make it a requirement before signing up, then add filters based on the results, please. Are you trying to make Twitter even worse off economically? Who do you think is paying for those blue check marks? And now, I'm smart, like really smart. It comes with advantages and disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage is you and your ilk. Ooh, already starting off like this. There's this depressing quality among humans to assume that because they don't understand, it must be the fault of the presenter. My kids aren't stupid, they have bad teachers kind of idea. Being less smart is no more your fault than being smart is mine. I don't even hate you, it's life, but there's so many more of you than there are people like me, so you weigh down the progress of humanity as a whole. Oh, it would be sad if there was a goal to this whole thing because we would never make it. People like the experience of self too much to change. And another Twitter individual, I wish there was OF for intelligent stuff like literature and mathematics. I don't even know what the purpose of this tweet is. There's so many places to learn things. Ooh, we go to the YouTube comments section for this next one, so you didn't understand it either? Considering I'm a software engineer, I probably understand more complex topics than you can ever get used to. However, the gentleman in the video shared a whole lot of information that absolutely led to no applicable action items that could be used to achieve a specific result. Hopefully that reply didn't go over your head. I mean, yeah, being a software engineer probably means that you understand more complex topics about software engineering. It doesn't really tell you anything about any other topics. And now we have ourselves a child prodigy over here. I have started mastering division and multiplication at the age of 4. Also, in the first one, I wasn't crying nor breathing for a long time, and they definitely did not pinch me, LOL. I learned most of the things shown here before the age of 16, a few years faster. For example, I learned reading in between the ages of 3 and 4. Damn! Same bro, same, and learned coding in the age of 12 to 13. Where are the worst pseudo-intellectuals? On Reddit, Quora, or the YouTube comment section when it's on a video about intelligence? And now this is how advanced my brain is. I can literally catch people's brainwaves sometimes and know what they're thinking. That's how advanced my brain is. Wow, do you really think you're capable of mind reading or something? I honestly believe I'm one of the most intelligent people on planet Earth. And now a big brain Discord profile. Apparently I'm too intelligent to be on this platform. With a sobbing emoji. We do not blend in with the rest of society. We act differently. We talk differently. And we refuse to be part of things that don't please Allah. And we are not afraid to speak the truth. Ah, that's just so sad. My brain is too big for Discord. And now for this last one. This has to be a joke, right? No one can be like this. No one actually talks like this, right? Well, on Reddit, you'd be surprised. Greetings, fellow Redditors. I am thrilled to be joining this amazing online community and can't wait to share my thoughts and opinions with all of you. I'm here to enthusiastically contribute to the rich tapestry of discussions that make Reddit such a captivating platform per se. I am eager to see what the future holds for us on this classic, if anything, website. Should you come with the intention of harassing me, however, allow me to impart upon you the futility of your endeavors. Empty words from blackened tongues have no effect on my jaded being. Your vapid and insipid utterances hold no sway over my hollow yet resolute self. Inside my chest, however, is a fortress of steel, impenetrable to those who seek to hurt me. For my heart is not hollow, but rather filled with hate. A gift that humankind has given itself. Toodaloo! Anyway, I'd like to thank all of my patrons, especially Amethyst, Phoenix, Crangus, McBiscuitbull, Dark Garden, Catalan Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, Jay Demby, VicMeister1999, and Zoe Horsham. Feel free to join in the link below, and if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and if you have something interesting to say, feel free to comment.